Hi everyone, I'm Ange. If you are feeling a little bit lost, overthinking, stressed about what to do in life, then welcome to my channel. This is a safe space for us to talk about and discuss about being lost, not knowing where to go. We don't have everything figured out, but believe that God is writing something beautiful for us in the long run. I just came from a trip to a tropical country, very hot. It's my birthplace, and it's just very hot and sweaty over there. And then suddenly I came back to where I'm living right now, which is very, very cold and chilly because it's about to be winter. And then I realized along my trip that it's just very fast how God turn things around in your life, you know what I mean? And this trip of mine, I planned it for months, and I said to myself, I will just have a very, very nice chill vacation, with my family. I just wanted to have a trip to a beach, to have some good times and all that. And then what happened to us, to my family, is that we had this health scare, set us on a very, very confused and unsafe space. Normal me would just be crying about it, and I would like to admit that I am used to blaming God. Well, why did you do this to me? I've been a kind person. I have been good. I've been following this and that. And why me? Why during this time? Why my family, etc., etc. When I'm in that space, it's the darkest space in my life, because I'm putting so much energy into blaming other people of what's going on, of what's happening, and why things are not turning out the way I wanted to turn out. I was just as surprised as everybody else that during that time, when I was feeling that, when we were encountering that situation, which we are still in today, up to this very date, and I don't know when will it stop, but it's, trials and difficulties are every day. But the kind of knowing that God is there, I really felt him, that he was holding my hand all throughout the journey. Knowing that not everything that you plan, you think about, and you envision will not be the same as what will happen. And God will write it beautifully, maybe not in the way that you wanted it to, because sometimes it's with trials and difficulties as well. But know that he's there for you, and that you would learn some things in life that will help you in the future or in the process. So much about my quick travel. I want to talk to you about this book that I really highly recommend. I honestly don't know when this was published, but it was written by Dale Carnegie, one of my favorite authors. My reference of professionalism and work ethics and leadership and training actually came from him. It talks about a very, very strong fact about life that is holding us back all of the time, which is worrying. So this book is what we call, or what he called, or what he entitled, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. And this book actually resonated with me because a year ago, or probably even more than that, I would say 2 years ago, I have been struggling with the changes in my life. I'm trying to change my life, but at the same time, I also love where I was before. And so I was so worried, and I was also living in depression during that time, anxiety, because my family was not with me, my dog was not with me. So every day I was just constantly thinking about the things that might happen and what I should be worrying, or should I worry about this and that. And every day I wake up with a very heavy heart, and nights when I feel like I cannot sleep. Like, how can I sleep? What am I supposed to do to sleep? Because everything in my brain is like, what am I gonna do? I am so worried. What about death? What about this? What about that? What about health? And so on. There are so many questions in my brain. And every time that happens, the sensations all over my body is, oh my God, it's massive. Like the pain, the suffering, the energy inside of me is so holding me back to what I'm doing. What worry can do to our bodies, what worry can do to our minds. And science showed that when we worry, the brain cells shrinks literally, and even our bodies get numb, or will send us messages of pain and suffering. And so it's really very important that when we are experiencing that kind of darkness, that we get into ourselves, and that probably the first thing that we need to do is ask, like, how can I help you? Because no one in this world wants to be in the position of not knowing what is wrong. But it starts from worrying, it starts from anxiety, it starts from not knowing what to do. So George Bernard Shaw said, the secret of being miserable is to have the leisure to bother about whether you are happy or not. So sometimes we also think about just whether or not are we happy or are we not. There was a misconception, or there is still a misconception right now with this generation, that there is a certain level of happiness that we need to reach for us to be happy. But this is actually a myth, because every day is a lifelong journey. Every day is a process. Every day is a teaching material. Every day is a learning material for all of us. And we cannot get there from here. And what I meant by that is we cannot go to being happy from being miserable. So I honestly don't have the formula as to what is a step-by-step process if you are in the path wherein you kind of like, I don't know what to do, or I don't have it all figured out. But what I'm trying to say is that, like me, you can also bounce back from where you are to where you would want to be. And that involves a lot of prayers, a lot of meditation. It also involves a lot of, struggling every day to get into that place, and knowing that it's okay, that it's a phase. So there is coldness, there is hotness, there is warmness. There are different seasons in our life. I'm sure that's another topic for us to discuss. But it will not always be rain or storms or thunderstorms. There will also be the sun, the rainbows in the skies. There will always be beauty in wherever you are right now. Yeah, if you feel like you're in a very tough spot right now and you need someone to talk to and you resonated with my video, I would appreciate if you would like and subscribe, and maybe we can get to talk a little bit more about worrying, anxiety, how to bounce back, what are the things that I did to bounce back from where I was to where I am right now, and what am I doing every day to maintain it. Thank you so much for being here in my channel, and if you want to hear more from me, I would really appreciate if you can just give me a feedback and tell me what you wanted to hear and what we wanted to talk about. So thank you so much for being with me, and I hope to see you. This is my first time, this is my first video, and I would really appreciate if you can, give me some love by liking and commenting, and I will interact with you definitely. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for making your way all through the end of this. And if you have listened to me until the end of this video, I am very, 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 very thankful to all of you. And see you in my next video. Bye!